celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Grupe to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return, and he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Quick pass out to Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Carr going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Carr. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. The Saints at 7-2 here on the year. They were losers last time out, but winners of 7 of 9 prior to that.
And the key for them, as I see it, tightening things up on defense because the offense did its part. They played well, but defensively, way too many lapses and big plays allowed. That ultimately doomed them in their last ball game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. Down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. A point after, good by grouping. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
67 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
On play action, it's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. On play action, now Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
59 yards.
And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Cousins being chased out left.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43.
23 yards the pickup there.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Cousins on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, Cousins. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
This from 44 yards away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
This 2nd and 4.
Now a play fake. Carr.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Line of scrimmage moves from 137-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Carr. pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out to his left.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Carr. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half?
He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat to the right side and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Oh, how about the shot there? Taking no chances. He is dropped behind the line.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins.
That going to be caught downfield by Miller.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with first and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Tyler Algier
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Falcons have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second down and 6 now. They run it again with Kamara.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Carr going to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A 10th carry for Kamara.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. To throw his Carr. And this is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
That play ended for a net loss by Jesse Bates.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Carr now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So here we go. A big spot now for Blake Grupe.
From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on a field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
he had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
56 yards, the punt that time, 12 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Now a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Kamara. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Now he's free at the 35.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 28.
96 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
To throw, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw, Cousins. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play, to just airmail it out of bounds.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Cousins.
That's caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down.
Here's Cousins. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit.